The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
If you're building or buying or selling a home, the Real Estate Crew's got news for you at the Real Estate House Party.
With attorney Rick Carter,
Real Estate House Party.
paralegal Kathy Holtshouser,
Real Estate House Party. Come in, have fun.
and comedian Tony V. Now, here's real estate attorney Rick Carter.
Welcome and thanks for joining us today on the Real Estate.
And look who showed up. We had no idea, Tony.
That's me. I got to tell all the listeners, this could have been me doing a monologue. I called Christine like a day and a half ago. Kathy's been busy at work. I wasn't sure if Tony was coming back, so I could have spent 30 minutes on talking about real estate.
Except
we can't have that.
Except our viewership or downloads is up quite a bit. So that would have really tanked our numbers for March.
Christine, this is so hurtful.
It's terrible. It's terrible. It's just terrible.
As she's laughing around.
Exactly. You notice I can't look you in the eye?
Because she's right. Yeah. So Ed Sullivan, our prolific producer, pulls in and looks at me and goes, "Oh, you got Christine with you? Oh, we have someone funny with you today."
Ricky, you're funny.
That's so hurtful.
And just for the record, I will leave at any moment.
Absolutely
No.
I'll walk right off of the stage.
No.
In a huff, if you want.
No.
He just showed up to show off his tan.
This is such a treat.
To help out with the numbers, I'll walk out in a huff and cause a controversy.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So Ed Sullivan, we're not funny.
What
is that what
happened?
you're saying?
You're funny.
Hey.
Oh, Ed.
Funny looking?
This is so hurtful. Listen,
thank you,
you're
Ed.
saying that in front of our huge studio audience today. They're just barely sitting down at this point. Standing room only. I got to mention one person in the audience. Jimmy Hurley's
Jimmy
here.
Hurley, the long-suffering Jimmy Hurley,
God
as I like
love
to
him.
call him.
God love him is right.
I let him bring me up here today.
Yeah, you're a nice woman.
Well, I try. You know, I'm a giver. I'm a giver. Sacrifice. All day, every day.
Does he work for the fire department?
Jimmy Hurley does work for the fire department for the town of Randolph, Massachusetts. He's a chief.
Yeah, and
He's
if you don't,
chief.
He's a large
and if
margin
you
charge.
don't have chicken,
He's not coming to get you.
He's not going to save you.
He's not. Now, I do have. I was supposed to be here a couple of Tuesdays ago, and I couldn't come, and I'll tell you why. It's a long story, but not a long story. No.
Go ahead.
It's a. We had a middle daughter home from college, and she had to go back. She goes in New York. Had to go back. So she was taking the Amtrak back to the college. Yeah. So Jimmy drove her to the Amtrak to get her back to New York, and thought he'd be a nice guy. Pulled his car up into the non-parking area. Yeah. Opened the door, left the car running, brought her suitcase on the train, and lucky him, the train started a-going.
So
Wait, you missed the train?
Jimmy, were you on the train?
They missed the train.
Oh, Jimmy was on the
He
train.
was still on the train. So
with the car running?
Yeah.
Car running.
So the car was running.
Illegal spot.
Illegal spot. So in Westwood. So he was on the train. So we had to.
That's awesome.
What happens in that case, Christine?
Well, you got to get your two boys. Got to get their car, and they got to go to Westwood and shut off Daddy's car and get it out of the illegal spot.
And then go pick him up at the next
And
stop.
then go pick.
When did Jimmy wake up? Where was he?
They let him off in Hartford.
It's a nice place.
They let him off in
That must have
Hartford.
been a tough couple hours.
And he took the train back from Hartford, and then we had to go get him.
That's classic.
And the two boys brought the two cars
Tell me
back.
that's going into your act.
Exactly. It should.
It really
should.
going into the act.
I couldn't believe it.
We're talking earlier that the stuff that you and Tony come up with, it's
mostly
all
real.
true.
All true.
It's all true.
The base,
That's right.
it is
Yeah.
all based on
Yeah.
true. It absolutely, because it's, and everybody lives it.
The front.
That's awesome.
The front lawn.
The front lawn,
It's
that's
true?
true.
Yeah.
Twice, right? Twice?
Yeah,
Twice.
Yeah. Not proud of it, but
No.
you know what? Sometimes
These are the things that happen.
Sometimes, and he used it as a lesson for my kids. So
Sure.
Did the bus driver? The bus driver was kind of like, "Is that your mother?"
That was awkward.
The height of awkwardness.
That was awkward.
Yes,
So the car was running in a legal spot.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Her bag was heavy. Yeah.
She must have died.
And she She said, Daddy, you better not come on this train. She said, they just shut the door and go. He says, we're all set. So she goes.
I'm a Randolph firefighter.
He's got the bag. He gives her the bag. She's dragging the bag to the end of the aisle. He turns around and the door goes. So she literally.
That's classic.
He turns around. She's at the end of the aisle putting her bag up. So he goes back up and she turns around. She goes, Dad!
Yeah, it's not like one of those stage coaches from Wells Fargo where you say, hey, driver, let me jump on.
It's not like the T.
I bet you could have gotten to the conductor. You know how you go in and out of the doors? You keep walking through.
Well, finally, the ticket guy came through, and Jimmy said, you're not going to believe this.
I don't have a ticket.
So I don't have a ticket.
I bet you
Did they charge you?
It's not the first time he
Exactly what he said. If you're not the first parent, it's
Yes, he's not the first person to ever do that. Yeah, exactly.
It's the damn kids. They're going to kill us.
They're going to kill us. They're going to kill us.
I was picking up my son the other day and illegally parked. This never happens to me, but illegally parked in front of a hydrant and my car dies.
No.
I said, and I called my wife who refused to come and get me.
Not a team player.
Not a team player.
Not on a Friday night with 0-degree temperature.
Exactly. So she says, no, just leave the car there till the morning. I go, it's never going to be here back in the morning or whatever. It's right beside a hydrant.
Was it there?
No, I had to stay. I had to get AAA down. No, I couldn't have left it there.
Oh, they're the best.
Yeah, they're the best.
They are. We love AAA.
No, he's a great mechanic. He couldn't find the place. I said, I'm at the Garden. And he just couldn't figure that out.
He couldn't figure that out. Sure. It's so easy to miss.
It's
a monstrosity in the middle of a neighborhood with Garden written on it. How could you find that? How could you?
He goes, he called me like 45 minutes. He says, I'm almost there. I go, okay. And then 45 minutes, I go, what kind of, I mean, he's helped me out 0-degree weather, so I couldn't,
Exactly.
I said, what happened? He goes, I just couldn't find it. I couldn't. I go, oh boy, and you're in charge of the AAA? I go, oh God. My battery's going to be real safe tonight.
My son one time, not too long ago, took a, he was working in Lowell. He got a small opening gig doing stand-up with Dave Radigan, and he drove by himself to the gig, which he's a nervous driver. He's new.
I would have had Jimmy
and
take
stuff
him.
like that.
Next time.
Yeah. And he was so proud of himself. He comes back to Charlestown. He parks the car. He parallel parks, which is not his forte. Locks the keys in the car running because he got out to admire his parking job. So he calls, this is classic. He calls his mother and goes, I need to talk to Dad. She goes, well, then why didn't you call Dad? She goes, what happened? He goes, no, I'll tell Dad. He goes, tell me. He's going to tell me anyway, blah, blah, blah. So then he called. I go, you got AAA. This is why we did it. Call them, and they'll come find you. He's on Winthrop Street in Charlestown. The AAA guy goes to Winthrop.
Oh, no.
Looking for him. And Gus is standing there in the cold for 45 minutes. Waiting for the guy, and you got to straighten it out.
No.
Yeah, that's how you learn how to adult, Tony. So you did the right thing.
That's how you take a 45-minute adult lesson.
Other parents would have run down there and said, "You sit in my car, you wait here, and I'll wait for AAA."
They got to learn.
Or other spouses would have came down to help their husbands.
They got to get growed up.
Yeah, so I guess that was a learning experience for me.
Nope. Like I said, not a team player apparently.
No. Good woman.
Well, you have to learn how to be an adult.
You have to learn. You have to grow up sometime.
Yeah.
Kathy seems to want to share some lessons herself.
Got our notes.
I'm looking at our notes.
Independence is a virtue.
Right.
Have you had your kids have any car accidents? You ever have any car accidents?
Oh my God, that's a softball, Tony.
I have ruined more cars. I've blown engines. I'm an awful human being.
Now, at what point do I interrupt you people and talk about real estate?
At the 12-minute mark.
Okay.
No, this is
go
good.
ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
And then I'm going to tell you my ambulance story. That should get us right to the 12-minute mark.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, I've wrecked more cars than there are.
That's okay.
Most recently, a tree fell on my car.
Yes.
And I was near killed.
Yeah,
what?
I know.
Yeah.
When?
Right before I left for Aruba. We got a rental car through the insurance company. I'm in the middle of Aruba. I get a call that got hit and the mirror got whacked off. Whacked off is probably not the term I want to use.
We were all going to let it go until you magnified it.
The mirror got a happy ending.
Yeah.
What do you own the Patriots?
Yeah. I knew I shouldn't have lent it to Robert Kraft. He's a millionaire, a billionaire. What's he need my car?
He wasn't there, you know. He wasn't at that salon.
It wasn't him, not me.
Was it an import?
It was an import. And then that got hit.
12-year-old import.
Yeah.
I hear three times in 17 hours.
So then we hit twice in 17 hours?
3 times.
At his age?
Imagine that.
Now he's a hero.
He should be getting a parade as opposed to misdemeanor.
Someone on the news said someone should give him a cape.
Poor Robert Kraft.
Money doesn't make it not a nitwit.
No, it doesn't.
Everyone thinks wow, he's got money. Yeah,
all of a sudden you got some IQ as getting extra money.
Right.
Wow.
It's like with the athletes in general. Everybody looks up to them. They're fucking morons.
Oh, they are.
All they can do, they're good for throwing a ball in a hoop or something like that.
Look at Gronk.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
I mean, they're dumb people.
Yeah.
Dumb people.
Oh.
He's a sweetheart. But
Wouldn't take him in the spelling bee.
No.
No.
So, ambulance story.
All right, quick ambulance story. This is one of my favorites as growing up. So, my brother, our cars were...
You have 45 seconds.
I can do it. Our cars were already like train wrecks. You know, the cars never seemed to work. Jimmy Hurley could probably relate to this growing up in the 70s and 80s. So, my car's not working. I asked my brother for a car. He says, all right, I'm going to lend you my car. The brakes don't work real good. I'm thinking they don't work real good. That's what I was told.
Right, sure.
I didn't know they didn't work at all.
Right.
So I'm in Reading, going up to Reading Square, and there's no brakes. I said, you know what a feeling that is?
It's awful.
So, and it didn't sound like going fast, but 30 or 40 miles an hour.
Oh, no.
Going to Reading Square. With
Reading
no brakes.
Square, right.
I said, I'm going to drive this in 40 miles per hour, hitting the back of a car. It's going to be bad.
Oh.
So I jump in the other lane, and I'm going the wrong way, going into Reading Square. That's the only way I could do it. So all of a sudden, the lights all turn red and yellow.
Oh, my God.
And as Jimmy can probably understand, that only happens
when
an ambulance or fire is shooting around the corner. They want everyone to stop. So I'm driving the wrong way. Ambulance flies around the corner, and I hit it.
Oh.
I end up in Reading Common, and the ambulance driver jumps out. He starts screaming, and he goes, You've done this to me before. And I said, no, you're the first ambulance I've ever hit.
But you know what? Maybe your brother
hit him before.
My brother probably hit him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I one time drove around in an old telephone company van that I bought, right? That I had to use the emergency brake to stop it.
Oh, my God.
And did it for months. Until I could afford to get the brakes.
Well, that's what my brother told me. He goes, you didn't use the emergency brake?
Right.
Well, you could have tipped me off if it was that bad.
Yeah, it's that bad.
When I'm 40 minutes into the,
Sure.
So we might as well just put these
also,
right.
Let me say
13 minutes
let me just put
15 seconds.
A capper on this one.
Go ahead.
Then, in my car, I had the mirror come off, right? Somebody hit me, the mirror came off. It cost me the same amount of money to fix the mirror as my first car cost.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first car I ever bought, I bought a 67 Galaxy 500 for $400.
Yeah, because of all the electronics in the mirror.
And right.
Yeah.
And it cost me $400 and change to fix the mirror.
Isn't that unbelievable?
It's unbelievable.
Isn't that unbelievable? Jimmy
On the rental car?
No, this was my car.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Back in the day.
I hit shit and everything.
Back in the day.
Any car. Don't let me. If I ask you for your car, say no.
I say no. Okay. I just give you a ride.
Yeah.
When Jimmy and I started dating, we were juniors in high school. We were young. So he used to borrow his father's car, and it was a big Gran Torino beach wagon.
Oh, beautiful car.
Which was good times because we knew there would be boom boom in the champagne.
Of course.
Now, on occasion, he was thrilled if he got the big car. You know,
Your legs probably.
What was your father thinking,
Your legs
Jimmy?
probably didn't even hit the ceiling.
my legs didn't hit the ceiling. Tell Tony that one. Remember that? We were on the beach. And
I have a feeling they hit the ceiling.
Well, we were on the beach one night, and then his father took the car the next day, and my footprints in the sand were on
you
top.
Oh, my God.
There you go.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Well, Dad, funny story.
They walked in on us one time in flagrante.
Yeah.
And it was in the afternoon
flagrante.
when we were dating. It was afternoon, and he stuffed my head way under the sheets, and his mother said, "Jimmy!" And he said, "It's not Christine." You
That's
kept my name safe, Jim. My hero.
Your honor was intact.
My honor
right?
was intact. Yeah, I could wear white.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Oh my
See,
God.
we're having some fun today. This
I know,
would have
but
been a
it's-
monologue
Poor
with
Kathy.
just me.
Kathy's
All
going
right.
to say, "Don't have them back."
Throw
Oh,
some,
no, she
throw
loves it.
some out there,
Fine.
Kathy.
All right, I got something for Kathy
Go ahead.
because she just sold her house.
No,
No, not just. When I say
No,
just,
sometimes when Rick says
I
the
know.
other day,
Right,
he
I know.
means a year
I know.
ago.
I
And
remember
sometimes he goes,
someone says, "You got that file?" I go, "Yeah, that closed 2 months ago." We look it up. It's 4.5 years.
Yeah.
he goes, "I ran into this guy the other day, right?" I'm like, "You did?" And he goes, "Well, it may have been December of 2016.
Do you have that problem?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You do.
He has
I
a
know.
little, what is that called? Like,
Well, there's some.
dementia? Or is that dementia?
That's not what I was going.
Stephen Wright does that. He says, "So 4 years ago." No, yesterday.
It's some
So
sort
he
of...
does it the opposite.
Yeah.
Some sort of time spatial warpness there.
That's all right. You'll be forever young.
It all blends.
warped.
Stop it.
No, time warped. That's what I said, time
She's
warped.
definitely trying to get going with some.
I think so.
This is good therapy. This is good therapy. It's good
Good
to
for
see everyone
everybody.
here. This is good.
It's good.
All right, so Kathy sold her house like 5 years ago. But
No.
we
Like-
somewhere in between
yeah.
the two. So we always think about downsizing.
Right.
So we thought we'd ask Kathy a few questions on how to down. Are you guys going to have a downsize? You're going to stay there.
Yes.
What's your long-term goal?
Our long-term goal is that one of my kids leaves
Right.
the flat iron on,
And it burns down.
Oh,
and
okay.
it
Yes.
burns
Right
down.
after you upped all the
That's our
insurance?
long-term
Yeah.
goal, is that it just burns to the ground, the big piece of crap that it is. I don't know, what we look every week. Like,
You do?
we'd go in a minute. We'd
Okay.
go in a minute.
But how many kids do you have at home now?
3.
You have 3.
Yeah,
So
3
you
at
have a
home.
ways to go,
You
right?
got
You have a
ways to go.
17-year-old.
We have a 17-year-old, a 19-year-old, and who else is home? The
27-year-old.
22-year-old, 22.
Oh.
Oh no, the 27-year-old's out. She got herself a man. Thank you, God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Joe-
Thank you, Jenny Craig. She
Did you ever find out what schools they graduated from at
I
high
have
school?
no idea. Zero idea. Please.
It's better that way.
Zero
Christine,
idea.
Yeah.
I missed communions. I missed everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No.
Calling in
we had
sick
no
for your
idea. Yeah.
kids?
Oh, absolutely. Wrong schools, wrong lunches. Just-
Stewie's mother actually did miss one of her children's communions. She dropped him off and thought it was a dress rehearsal.
No.
Yeah, Kent, the youngest one. And then they went back to pick him up, and
it
he
was
said,
her communion for her son.
yeah. And she dropped him off thinking it was like a dress rehearsal. and he's looking around for all his family members, and nobody's there. And then she came back like an hour later to pick him up, and like everybody's families are all there, and she's like, "Oh, what's going on here?" And Kent's like, "You missed my first Holy Communion."
It's not a good start.
No.
So my family's been getting together. Like, my mother passed away about a year ago, so now we all get together and reminisce. And so one story that seems to keep coming up is evidently as a kid, my mother left me, God bless her, we're not speaking, left me at some restaurant for about an hour. Because I had all my cousins. There was like 4 or 5 of them. We had 3 of us, and they were long gone. About an hour later, I don't know if they started taking inventory of the kids in the car, but they might have wanted to do it before they took off from the restaurant. But evidently, I was there for about an hour and a half by myself as a 5-year-old. I think I got a job.
That happened to my sister-in-law.
Did it?
Yeah, the mother's in church going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and she's like, "I think I'm missing a child."
Everybody did. What happened to you?
I've been left behind, but it
your
wasn't by
wife?
mistake. It wasn't by mistake.
With a note on you?
Yeah.
Please give me a good family.
Deliver him anywhere else.
When Jimmy was little, his mother and father left his baby sister Loretta at the Brockton Fair. She was like 3 years old.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The
For how long?
She's still there.
Good. Good thing there was no wild
She's a
animals
Connie.
there, right?
She's a Connie.
No, we left one of our kids at a concert.
She's the bearded woman. Loretta.
We were at a music, like a spring concert at one of the schools, and I left with who I thought I was supposed to leave with, one of
Right.
my children, and
Oh, yeah.
Stu left with who he thought he was driving home.
Yeah.
We get home, and one of them is missing.
Yep.
Sure.
Everybody has done that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and then
Everybody has
the
done
neighbor
that.
comes flying up the driveway, and she's like, "Are you looking for Matt?" And we're like, "Oh, I guess."
Yeah, yeah,
we actually weren't at that
Oh, yeah.
point.
I one time left Gus in the. I left Gus in an elevator at the top of the Prudential building.
Oh my goodness!
One time, I was taking him. He was probably 2.5, maybe.
What were you on Fear Factor?
Well, I was doing JLX Radio, which had their studio in the Prudential at the time.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought Gus would like to go up to the observation deck.
He would, but he wanted to be brought down.
So afterwards, we go in the elevator and we go up and we get to the observation deck. The thing. I walk off the elevator, assuming that a 2.5-year-old
It's gonna follow you?
follow you. The doors close. I'm on one side of the doors, and Gus is on the other side of the door.
Like,
Wait, so the elevator goes back down?
Well, that was my fear, and I'm screaming like a fucking maniac. Stop the elevator! Stop it! And then there's an old woman.
oh,
working
that's
the
Tony.
desk.
He's so
Right.
funny.
No,
He's
there's
got
an
another bit going on.
there's, an old woman working the desk says, "What? Who? What?" I go in, and then just
My baby's in there.
You know, I just pictured him going down to the
Oh, yeah.
lobby by
And being
himself,
stolen.
right, or whatever. I assume he would have been fine, but you
I assume he would have been fine.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
But just by instinct and you know how you
You
act
do
out of thing,
panic.
I pushed the button and the doors opened again.
God.
And he
Oh,
was
my
standing
God.
right there.
Thank
the elevator
God.
never got called for, luckily.
Yeah.
And he just looked. I remember this like it was yesterday. He goes, "Don't do that again."
I can see him saying that.
Yeah.
You know, it's usually more traumatic on us than the kids, I think.
Oh, of course.
yeah.
So
You know.
they don't
Oh,
know. They
absolutely
just
it
They don't know. They think
Well, when you're 2.5, you go, "Oh, this is what must happen today."
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
right.
Exactly. Oh, today's another day.
Or
Right.
next day when you do it correctly, he's just so happy.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right.
yeah.
This is
Oh, my
great.
God.
Dad did this for me.
Don't
yeah.
do that to me again.
Yeah,
Is that the
don't
cutest?
do that again, Daddy.
Oh, my God.
We were on a chairlift skiing. And it was me and Matt and Emily, and they were little. And I was like, you have to stand and
Yeah,
wait for the chair to
sure.
kind of hit you.
And then
Well,
go down.
Emily missed the chair, and of course I'm sitting, and I got Matt's, and it went right over her, and we had to actually go to the top of the mountain and ski
down. And get
down.
her?
Yeah, she was 6 years old.
Wow.
That was a panic.
It's a wonder any of them are,
Isn't
any
it
of us are
unbelievable?
alive.
I
Yeah.
know. It really is amazing.
But I had like the biggest panic attack,
it's
because every time someone
awful.
would fall, they'd stop the chairlift, and then we'd have to wait, and then it would start up the hill again, and I'm like, what if no one took care of her, or
It's
What the real wonder is how the DSS didn't get involved in any of
Right.
the
It's,
kids.
it's,
taking them
amazing. I'm telling you, it's a thin line.
1 month, and I'm not exaggerating, 3 out of the 4 weekends, I was at Winchester Hospital for different issues. Yeah, either they broke a window, we go in
They
there.
thought the bike, the exercise bike, was a trampoline.
so she was jumping on the exercise bike. Renee Carter, she's now
An attorney.
very yes, jumping on the
Wow.
bike. And then the third time, I forgot what it was, and I was literally hiding behind a pillar because of the same doctor each time. The kids were going away if I was there one more time.
Oh yeah, we've done.
Which is that really a bad thing?
No, I originally had 6 kids, so I kept the 3 good ones.
Well played.
Survival of the fittest.
Well
Survival of the
Thin out
fittest.
the herd. You got to thin out the herd.
I remember.
The other 3 are so nervous now; they're on the best behavior. They don't even talk because they say, "Oh, we remember the other 3 that left."
Exactly.
How
Exactly.
are your kids? What's going on with them? Since we're almost done with the
good.
show.
They're good. They're all good. They're all good. They're not doing great. They're all right.
Anyone still at Petrucci's?
Colleen Hurley.
All right.
Killing it. 11 years. 11
Wow.
years. Hostessing.
Does she bring home the rolls?
She certainly
She's
brings
not
home
the one with the
rules.
boyfriend with the 45-year-old that
Yes.
lives in the basement?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's moved on, though. She's got a new one now.
Oh, good.
yeah.
Mhm. She's got
Yeah.
a new one now. Yep. We sit. Yeah, that's true.
What does he sit in the audience and say, "No, Chris, you can't talk about that, Christine. No.
Yeah,
No.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
It's all
Nothing sacred in the Hurley house, right?"
Colleen, but when Colleen was a baby, she was like 3 years old. I was pregnant with my second. I remember we were selling our Cadillac. Do you remember that story? And it was a crackhead from Braintree was buying the Cadillac, some crackhead. So Jimmy's like, this guy's scary as hell. So I was at work. So he takes Colleen to sell the car to the guy, to give the car to the guy. So Colleen's in the back in her car seat. So Jimmy's outside, and the crackhead's like... So Jimmy's outside signing the papers with the guy and everything. And he says, all of a sudden, she pokes her head out and says, Daddy, can I come with you?
Oh.
His heart, remember?
Oh.
His heart just went like she thought he was selling her
with
and
the
the car.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. And what was his answer?
We'll see.
We'll see about it.
We're working that out right now.
That's why we're doing the papers,
I haven't
honey.
signed anything yet.
But you're this close.
Oh, you keep.
Oh, poor girl.
I know. Oh my God, he was. Remember, you were crushed. Oh my God, heartbroken.
Crushed that was an option.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be a lot better off. Oh God.
So three are at home, 2 are away.
3 are home. Yep. Colleen's out. Ryan's out.
Air Force?
Not yet.
Not
He's
yet. Still working on that.
Too thin?
Too skinny. Yeah.
Really?
He was supposed to go yesterday for a weigh-in, but they called it off. So he's hanging in there.
Boy, I could kick some ass in the Air Force
Me
if that's what
too.
they're looking
I
for.
know. I'm telling you, he's getting down. It's not fair.
What do you mean he's too thin? Like, how far off is he?
Well, he's like 6'2" and he's 135.
Ooh, that's thin.
That's thin.
So
Why
he
do you
could-
need some meat as an airplane pilot?
I don't. Well, he can't fly. He's too tall to fly, so he's got to do something else.
Oh,
But
okay.
My father says he could shit in a shot glass.
Yeah, it's tiny little
Tiny little hiney.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's so thin. But he's trying. He's eating and eating the
6'2",
protein.
135.
I wish I had that problem.
Oh, please, we all do. It's disgusting.
I'm at 6'2", but that's the amount I have to lose.
Hello, I hear you. And there's me and Chunky walking around the block 5 times a day trying to get down to some kind of a decent weight. And this one can't keep anything on. Sad.
Yeah, where's
Sad.
the DNA on that?
It's so sad that that's something we have to worry about.
Isn't it ridiculous?
You know what I
Too
mean?
skinny.
With everything
Too
else,
skinny.
yeah.
Like, just put him behind a desk. He doesn't have to fight anybody. Just
Couldn't he just sue them for some
it's
sort of
getting-
discrimination?
Yeah, it is discrimination.
It's physical
Yeah, it is
discrimination.
Okay, you two, you want to sue the U.S. government?
What the heck?
That's.
Everyone else is.
Sure do. I'm sure.
Are we giving Ed Sullivan any notes at all today? How to sue the government?
Oh my God.
You guys have set the record by far.
I mean, 27 minutes in.
Of not having any subject.
Any real
said
estate.
downsizing at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to downsize.
We
that.
downsized the show to have no real estate information in it. It's an example.
I
Well, the
believe
minute
we are
Tony
fired.
came walking up the stairs, we
You know,
probably knew it.
It all went out
Game
the
over.
door.
It
Game over.
Showing off his spelt figure and his tan.
I know.
Yeah.
My God, Tony.
Aruba agrees with
Where,
you.
where were you? In Aruba?
I was in Aruba, my spiritual home.
Yeah.
I feel like I
and-
need to make that my spiritual
in the home of my
When are we doing a podcast
And
down
the,
there? When can you guys make this happen?
the
I have a
home-
feeling me and Kathy don't have the
We
same
gotta-
clout you guys
We
have.
got to get it. We got
I'm
to.
going to have my agent Jimmy Hurley call.
We can do that.
There you
Yeah.
go.
What do you
Ray
think?
would love
do it.
that. The guy that runs the club down
would
there.
love
We
it.
get along with Ray? Ray like us?
Best
Ray-
human, one of the best people on the planet.
Really?
Absolutely,
Yep.
that you've ever met in your life.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Where we get poolside rooms and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought you told us we were the best people on the planet.
Well,
She says that to everyone she sees. That's
You know,
that's
what-
another symptom of Tourette's.
this guy, Aruba Ray, the guy that runs Ray Ellen,
Yeah.
the guy that runs
Aruba
the club,
Ray.
he's from Boston, lives in New York.
Yep.
He's a comic there. But he spends a lot of his time in Aruba because he loves it. Like, the club is closed now for 10 days, and he's not going anywhere.
Nice.
He just stays.
Oh, is
in
he
the
going to stay there?
Yeah, he's going to go visit his folks in
Good for him.
Florida for a couple days.
Good
and then
for him.
He just loves it so much. He
It's-
stays in the hotel.
Who
and
wouldn't?
He'll do a little bit of PR for when the
Could
show
you live
starts.
there?
that's awesome.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah,
I
me
told
too.
him I would live under one of the palapas on the beach.
I think
Same.
I could too.
Yeah.
Same.
If they would let me just eat and stay there,
It's
you know,
heaven.
it's really
Have
heaven.
Have you been?
Yes.
Have you been, Ricky?
No.
Oh, Rick, you would.
Tony won't take me.
You would absolutely.
I keep
Oh,
invited
hinting.
you.
You would
Then you
love
sent
it.
me a text
Yeah,
in the
it's
middle of my
beautiful.
stay saying Ryan and I are trying to work out a time to
Yeah.
come, and I thought I'd see you at any point. I see everybody else from.
I know everyone else.
from North Reading.
I get more stuff from Reading people. Say, "Oh, I
Yeah.
saw Tony last night." I go, "Well, wasn't he in Aruba?"
Lot-
I
Lot
was
was-
smoking a
Lot-
cigar Sunday night
Yeah,
with
yeah. And the jeweler.
You with the jeweler.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that so
Exactly.
funny? It is a lot.
Yeah.
It is all
You had
like.
DNIIT guy a year or two
Yeah.
ago. He,
Yeah.
he showed
It
that.
is all mass people. It is.
And it's one of the people are so nice.
It's
and
just
so,
heaven.
It's just great.
It's
So what's
heaven.
everyone's schedule like? You're going to Key West soon.
I am.
Oh, you lucky.
Yeah.
You're going to Florida soon.
I'm going to Florida down to
you're
Fort
going down
Myers.
to the-
I'm going to go do Jimmy Dunn's
Nice,
pop-up comedy club.
nice.
Comedy on the Fly.
Murph's down there.
Murph is there. We'll meet him.
Beautiful,
Young Augustus
beautiful.
Johnson Viveris is coming with me.
Oh.
Going to do a few minutes.
You are gonna have a blast.
He turns 21 in the
Nice.
middle of that trip.
Are you kidding me?
21st, yeah.
Is Murph
Perfect.
going to be down there with
Murph
him?
will be down there with
my
him.
goodness.
Yeah.
He can give him his 21st baptism.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're trying to find a Red Sox to get buy him a beer. So
Oh,
we're gonna work on
Tony,
that.
how cute would that be?
We're working on
Good
that.
for Gus.
I
That's
got
awesome.
tickets for a game that on his birthday.
Oh, that's cool.
That's going to be that'll be
and-
another heavenly gig.
Yeah. So
That's
And
gonna
you're
be
going to
beautiful.
Aruba
I'm going
with
to
Jimmy
Aruba
Hurley.
in 2 weeks. Yep, bringing
Hurley's
good
the
old-
best.
He is the best.
He is the best.
He's a prince.
He is a
God
prince.
love him.
He is a
Long-suffering
prince.
Jimmy Hurley.
Long-suffering
Can you see him in the
Jimmy Hurley.
audience?
I can
He's
see
in like
him.
the second, third row.
Yeah, I see him.
Yep.
Wait, does he have a blue shirt on?
Yes.
Oh, I can see
Yeah,
him
that's
now.
him.
Jimmy, wave a little bit
That's
there.
him.
There he
There
is.
he is. There he is.
See him there.
Way back there.
All right.
Way back there. God love him.
And
And
next,
don't forget,
Yep.
for all your real estate needs,
Yes.
call Carter Law
Yes.
at 781-944-9222.
That's
Yes.
Wow.
very good.
Thank
Nice
you.
job.
I didn't even have
See
to
that?
sing it.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And I'm sorry we
Hijacked the show.
All right.
Yeah.
Florida, Aruba,
Yeah.
Key West, Salem, New Hampshire. We thank everyone
Nice,
for being here
nice.
this week.
That sounds like a lot
thank you
of
for
fun.
having us,
Great
you
show.
guys.
Show.
Thank
That
you.
great
Thank you for
show.
having
And
us.
if anyone sees
Love
the
being
notes
here.
on the show,
We can email them to you.
It's so cute they bring their notes.
I think we're really going to talk. Oh. Let's humor him. Thanks for joining us on the Real Estate House Party. Tony V,
Yes.
Kathy H, Paralegal Extraordinaire, and the Queen of Comedy,
Woohoo.
Christine Hurley, and
Woohoo!
Jimmy Hurley.
Thank you for having us.
See you next week,
The
maybe.
Hurleys love you.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.